Hi everybody! Today we are going to go over how to get the pictures for your pet's open obedience tasks. So we have the retrieve, where they can hold one of these objects. It shouldn't blend in with their coat, it should be easy to see. Nice and straight, eyes forward, eyelids relaxed, legs out nice and outstretched or tucked underneath as good as they can. In the pull weave, make sure to use the gray pulls, not the white ones. And these two pulls need to be as far apart as possible, and the one in the middle needs to be up as high as possible. The dog should be under this pull if possible. If the breed is too big, it's not possible to get. You just get it as close as you can. And legs should be outstretched or tucked again. One part of the body needs to be overlapping this pull, and one side, a part of the body needs to be overlapping this pull. For the jump, you can do the trick jump, the hoop jump, or jumping off a chair. I usually like to do the hoop jump. And then we need a disc catch. You can use any of these, and your dog just has to be catching it. There are some files, like the Abno German Shepherd file, where when they catch it, the frisbee disappears. And that, if you have a breed like that where it disappears, you won't be able to enter the open obedience. And then you need one of these tricks. To save time, you should train your dog one of these tricks or more of these tricks, however you want, before you start taking the pictures. I have not trained Lavina any, so you'll get to see me train him one of these tricks in this video. I normally do train a trick while they're growing up, but I didn't with him. So let's get started. First of all, I have put all the toys and stuff that we're going to need in the carry case. So I'm ready. I'm at our playpen. I've chosen this plaid background to make getting the weave pulls a little bit easier. I like having the lines and knowing where they are. So with the retrieve, and I already fed him and stuff. Let me make sure he's still not too hungry, and he is. So I'm going to cheat for the sake of this video and do that. I normally actually feed him, but I don't want this video to get too long. So we're going to get him to get this ball in his mouth. Good job, Lavina. We're going to pet him and stuff so that he kind of forgets that he wants to bring it back and jump us. And hold on. I have autosave pictures on and backgrounds. So I'm going to take those off. You can keep autosave on if you prefer. I like to just try and get my timing right. That's a pretty good one, but this leg is not stretched out all the way. He could be a little bit straighter, so I'm going to try for a better one. I like to use the auto ball because it makes them chase it and look forward more often than they do when you just call them to you. Let's see if we can get a good one here. So again, that's a pretty good one. I would like to see the legs a little bit better than that though. Gosh, I got my timing good on that one, don't I? Alright, let's go. Oh, he was looking down on that one, so we'll try again. The legs are really good though. And there, he's not looking forward. Try again, Lavina. There we go. Perfect. So that's great. Legs are nice and stretched out. He's straight. eyes are forward, eyelids are relaxed. We will use that one. So there's his retrieve picture. So next are the weave poles. So I'm going to put him away so I can get it set up. And, you know, depending on how big your dog is, will depend on how far apart you put the poles. I find it having them too close together, it's harder to get them to go through it, but we're going to try that and see how it works. So basically, I'm just going to bring him out and see where he runs out of the carry case. I'm going to put my hand over here. So there he ran on this side of that pole, and we don't want that. So we're going to put him away, and we're going to readjust our poles down a little bit. Alright, now we're going to try again and see where he runs this time. So now he's up too high. Actually, the easy way to do this is to put the poles more in the middle of your screen. And I use the playpen or the desktop for this so that the dog isn't bumping these things around. And then it's easier just to move the carry case instead of readjusting your poles every time. So let's see where he runs this time. And he ran too far ahead, so we're just going to lift that up a little bit. And again, too far ahead. Lift it up a little bit more. Still too far ahead. So there he ran between them, but he's up way too high. So I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. So there was pretty good, but he's still up a little bit too high. It is very possible to get his back under this pole, so that's what I need. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. So, almost got it. That's pretty good. You gotta be careful with doing it too much because then he'll start running on the wrong side of the pole again. Almost. Okay, so that's going to be pretty good. I might be able to bring it down just a little bit more just to get his back under that pole. Okay, see, and that was too much. So, up. Alright, so we're going to have to use that. And now that picture would work, I guess, but it doesn't look great. You know, he's meeting all the requirements of, you know, he's overlapping this pole, he's overlapping this one, his back is almost underneath this one. Actually, I might be able to move this one up a little bit more, and he might still run behind it. Let me try that. Nope. Let's put that back where it was. Alright. So that's pretty good. But he's not extended fully or tucked fully when he runs through them, so I'm going to try and just move that back a little bit and see what we can get this time. So there, he was still in a weird spot. So I'm going to move it a little bit more. I think we're getting worse. Takes a little bit of adjusting, and usually I'm a lot faster at it, but and you know, this is just one way of doing it. If you want to, you can also call him through. You just set him where you think he's going to run through them, but they don't always look forward when you do that. And the other way would be to use the auto ball. But again, they don't always run right through them when you do this. And when you use this way, they run through it every time, and their eyes are usually focused on you, but their head is usually in profile. I just got to get my timing right with my pictures. Getting closer. I took it too soon. And if you use autosave, it can save you some time on this as well. So again, he's overlapping. Back could be better, legs could be better, and his eyes could be better. And if you have more than one pet that needs their open obedience, you can also take them out like one right after another and kind of rotate until you get all of their pictures. Charisma is also ready for taking her or entering her obedience excellence, and Tucker is too. But he's a smaller dog, so I'm going to have to put him closer and stuff for him. Oh, Lavina, you're not giving me very good pictures. Ooh. That's actually a really good one. I believe his head can be looking at you. Head can be in profile with eyes focused on the camera or focused in the direction of movement, or head can be facing the camera with eyes focused on the camera. So that is a totally acceptable picture, and I will use it if I can't get a better one. Normally, I really like it when their eyes are focused forward and their head is in profile, but I don't know, I really like that one, so I'm going to go ahead and save it for if we don't get a better one. Again, great one. Looked pretty much just like the other one though, so I didn't save it. Now that's all he wants to give me. I'll do a couple more, and if I don't get a better one, then I'll just use the one that we got. Sometimes it's just a lot of trial and error. You know, mess with where the carry case is, mess with how far away you put your hand. All of that can affect like how they move through the poles. Alright, so we're just going to use the one that we got. But again, mess around with this, and I usually get some really good ones. And like I said, it usually goes a lot faster. I'm just going to show you an example, if I can find it. So this is one that I got of Vita, my other Borzoi, with the weave poles using that method. As you can see, it is possible for her back to be under this pole. I guess this was down a little bit lower instead of up so high like I have it right now. But she placed first in every trial she entered and got her title pretty fast. So let me try moving this pole down just a little bit more. I'm going to move this down a little bit more. Let's see. He's way above it now. Sorry guys, I'm kind of persistent when it comes to getting my pictures to look correct, but it's not working, so I'm going to clean up, and then what's the next task that we have? A jump. I don't know if Lavina has jumped through the hoop yet or not. I don't remember. So we're going to see what he does. Pretty sure the gold hoop, yep. The trick with the hoop is to hold it really still. You know, don't keep trying to get it in front of your dog. It won't work. So just hold it real still, let them come check it out, and take a picture as they're jumping. Good job. So the next thing we gotta do is the frisbee. So we're gonna let him check it out real quick and give it a good toss. If you want to get a nice straight picture, you can pick them up and put them straight. And that's a great picture. His eyes could be a little bit happier looking. I'll try one more time to see if we can get a little bit happier picture. And sometimes you can also make the scene a lot smaller so that the frisbee doesn't take as long to go across. There we go. So I still look a little bit sad, so we'll just pick the best picture out of those two. Next is the trick. So the roll and the cartwheel are sideways tricks. The handstand, headstand, and backflip are all up tricks. I usually like to just do an up trick, so I'll take the first one out of those that he gives me. And just use the treat, wiggle it above their head, and see if they do one of them. The walking headstand, or handstand, I mean. It's close. There is a backflip. So we'll take the backflip. I'm going to make this smaller. So we're just going to do that 3 times. Have him do it 3 times so that he learns it. There we go. So on this one, we're going to get him straight just by putting the treat down. And there, he's pretty straight. And then we're going to do that. And, oh. He's doing the headstand. We'll save that one just because. And I could totally just use that picture if I wanted to. But I taught him the backflip and I want him to do the backflip. There we go. So try and take the picture so that it looks as close to this picture as you can. See, this foot's up, his foot's up, this foot's way down, outstretched, his foot's way down, outstretched. These look pretty much the same. So we're going to save that. And then that's all the pictures. So now we can go over to our Pets Image Merger and go to my Pets Pictures. So we need the retrieve, the weave, jump, frisbee. I'm going to use the first one we got, and his backflip. So that's what his picture is going to look like. I think he'll score pretty good with that one. The weaves, he'll get marked off for his back not being under this pole. So that could affect how high he places. But if he looks better than other dogs entering, then he could still place pretty high. And his head, you know, that could come down to judge's preference. But it should be judged equally among the others because it is acceptable for them to be looking at you. So we're going to save that. That's getting saved as a GIF. Sometimes the PNG pictures, every now and then they won't upload to the PKC website. You get like an error, and then you have to like turn it into a GIF image. So we're going to name this Lavina ODX for November 2018. And then we can go ahead and go to the PKC website. And we're going to upload his picture. Go ahead and delete his other one. And then we can go ahead and enter him in shows. And there you go. So I hope that helps. The weaves are kind of a pain, but just play around with it and you should get some good pictures. Hope that helps.